Hello everyone, this is John from PokerVIP.com, and in this video I'm going to show you the new Go Fast games over on Winamax.fr. Go Fast is just their fast fold variant, like Zoom and Rush, or Speed Poker, whatever you're used to. So far I've just played about 5 hands, and as you can see it's dead quick. The player pool is heaving, and it's just midday for me whilst I'm making this video. Um, Winamax is just renowned for fish. Lots of people diss the French poker community because they are known for being a little fishy, a little crazy, and I can confirm that's true. I'm playing 2 tables of 5 and L. Just gonna get stuck in, do a little review for you guys, and also talk about the hands that I'm playing. I really like the software so far. Oh, cool. That's pretty nice. To watch end of the hand, you can actually do that just by pressing Control when you fold. That's a nice touch. Anyway, yeah, as you can see, every time I fold, I'm instantly replaced with a new hand. I know it sounds a little silly, but some sites, it's very slow, a little bit laggy. But as you can see here, they've got it down perfectly, really. A lot of folds so far, but I've got no big hands. As you can see over on the left side table, someone's probably just disconnected or timed out. Hopefully we'll get some action soon. To sign up to Winamax, go to pokervip.com/deals. Once you do sign up, you're going to get a free t-shirt. If you mention that you are signing up because of this video, you're going to get a deposit bonus, entry in some of our rake races, and a really cool VIP scheme. Pocket 8 I'm going to go ahead and call just because I think this guy might be leading worse, like a 7 or maybe a draw. Once he bets the river, though, I'm just going to go ahead and fold. Pocket 6s, everyone knows I like to 4x under the gun. I think that 8's hand there, now there's 2 overs. I know the draw's missed. But I don't think there's a lot we can do there. As you can see here, this guy's opened, 23 and a bit X. That's classic Winamax for you. Put it this way, you're going to make some money on this site. Going to the Go Fast lobby, you can see that they run anything from 10NL, 20NL, 50. Actually, so yeah, from 2NL to 50NL, and as you can see, the player pools are really big. 160 in the 2NLs, 86 in 5NL, 86 in 10NL, 6 players in 20NL, and 4 in 50NL. Now, like I say, it's midday, so that shows it's a pretty busy site. Actually, didn't like my opening size in there. Should be 4xing it. I'll just get used to the buttons. I think I can go ahead and see bet there for value when there's just one overcard. Good raise up here, pocket 2s. People seem to like to tank or disconnect. Hopefully, I mean, it's definitely not a bug with the site. Just hopefully it's not something we see. As you can see as well, this little phone symbol just basically means you can play on this with your iPhone and Androids now. So if you're sat on your sofa and you don't have your laptop or computer, just load up your iPhone or your iPad and get grinding on Winamax. Against 2 people, think c-betting's still fine. Can get all their, hands with equity to fold. If they've got like King 9, there's a lot of bad turns for us. If they've got Ace High, they can float and bink, etc. We could go ahead and rep the ace and hope he folds a 5, but to be honest, I'm just going to go ahead and shut down. He could definitely have a 10. He could have a lot of hands he might not fold, and he could have floated with an ace. And obviously, once that board comes, I'm playing the board ace high with 10s and 5s. I really do like the software here. Like I say, I've played the regular cash games for a while. What I really do like is their MTTs as well. They offer like the Winamax series, which I think is called the Winner series, where you get a cool bottle of champagne if you bink. But huge prize pools, lots of fish, anywhere from like €1 buy-ins to €1,000 buy-ins. King 5 suited, blind v blind, pretty good to open, I think. Pocket 7's going to go ahead and call twice. Obviously, there's only one overcard. He could have picked up a draw on the turn, but once he bets here on the river, I think I'm going to go ahead and fold because I think I'm beat. I don't think he's just betting a 6 there. Ace Jack here, blind v blind, could get fruity. Pocket twos don't really like defending. Going to be out of position versus an undergun open. You can definitely have a strong hand that crushes me. And if I'm not going to flop a deuce, I'm going to just check fold pretty much all of the time, which isn't very fun. A couple of quick folds there, straight onto the, your next hand. And what I'll say about these fast fold variants of poker, they're so good because you get to play a lot of hands quickly. That's the long and the short of it. You're going to learn poker a lot quicker, you're going to get more hands in, and you're going to just get more comfortable with the game. King 6 suited there, when someone limps we can go ahead and isolate. Ace Jack I called the 3-bet, I'm not really going to fold once it's paired, and I've got 2 overs. Great turn for us, top. A straight draw did get there, but he's kind of by 3-betting pre, he's representing, pocket pairs more, so I'm not too worried about 9-10 offsuit or 9-10 suited. Backdoor flush gets there, but I've got the ace of clubs, so I think I can make a really comfortable call here. I don't see the point in raising, gonna just get, worse hands to fold and better hands to call. And he actually shows down kings, but I really like the way we played our hand there. He gave us a good price on the end. I think we're gonna be, ahead more times than we're behind there when getting that price. Pocket sevens, just gonna go and make a really easy peel. Not necessarily set mining, but obviously not wanting to see, a lot of overcards. But I can definitely continue on like a 10 deuce 3 or a 10 4 5 or a 10 4 4 or jack deuce 3 kind of board. When there's a 10 and a jack here, it means he's gonna have a lot of straight draws, a lot of pairs. So there's not like a great deal of good turns for us apart from the 7. So I can just go ahead and fold that one. King Jack suited, pretty obvious open, as was the 10 Jack suited. Bad flop for us. Obviously we've got the backdoor diamonds and 2 overs, but versus 2 players and one who's only got 3 times the size of the pot, it's just a fold, especially when he leads. But if he didn't lead, I would have check folded. Pocket deuce is on the button, let's go ahead and min raise. Not the best flop for us. Can just go ahead and fold there. I know it seems passive, but at these micros, the way you're going to earn your money is by, value betting big hands, playing strong and aggressive, and, not by calling. Pocket deuces, when under the gun opens, we can make a fold. King 9, I'm going to hang around to min raise the button, but once this guy opens, I'm just going to get out of the way. 10-5 off, jack deuce, all folds, as you should know. Compared to other fast fold games like Russian Zoom, I'd definitely say this was the softer ones to play. I find the other sites have a lot of regs, whereas a site like this won't have many regs. It'll just be more recreational players who are, just trying to squeeze in some hands before they do something. Jacks here can go ahead and value bet on the king high, and also, if we've got ace queen there, we can represent the king, so betting with it or without it's always a good idea. So yeah, like I was saying, I think if you are going to start out and looking for a place to play, these fast fold games, and you want it to be soft, and you don't want to just be, surrounded by good regs, then I'd definitely look at picking Winamax. And like just from watching this, you can see just how smooth it is. Just tons and tons of hands, no bugs, nothing going wrong, just really nice software, really nice layout. And I'm definitely enjoying it. I'm going to play the other games, and I'll probably do a series on this, showing like the higher and higher stakes go from 5 NL to 50 NL. Pocket threes here. When we get a lead, I'm going to go ahead and call once. There are a lot of turns I don't want to see, but you might just be stabbing at the pot. Once he bets again, when the queen's there, loads of straight draws get there, loads of pair draws get there. I can go ahead and fold. And like I say, most sites people are going to play a little bit more standard because they're good and every line's correct. Well, here, yes, it will be a little weirder to play because people lead and people do funny things, but they're playing badly, and that's what you've got to remember. People are playing incorrectly. They're doing things that makes poker easier for us. So just get stuck in, and you can note people on here really nicely. You can add them as a buddy. Jack 9 there, open the button, then forward to the big blind 3-bet. King Jack, I think it's a little too weak for under the gun. Ace King here, really nice spot to cold four. It's a big hand. Like I say, these players are a little fishier. We can't really flat out a position. We don't want to fold Ace King, so it's pretty much time to get it in and go for it. Oh wow, okay. Looks like when you're all in, you go down the highway. Sadly, we've been ultimately cooled by aces, but not too sad about that. Seems I'm in a cop chase or something. Pretty interesting. That's obviously just Winamax trying to make the game a little bit more fun and sort of break the monotony of it all up. Ace King here, open, and just going to keep on betting for value. Pocket 3 is going to go ahead and peel the button. The reason I peel buttons with, these smaller pairs rather than, the blinds is because I'll be in position. I don't necessarily need to flop a set to continue. People can check so we can bet and so on. Going to go ahead and lead here. Just check blind v blind, and once he checks, I just want to take the pot down. 7-8 suited, I like my open. Against two players, I just go ahead and fold. Heads up, I might have called. King 10, let's isolate the fish. And by isolate the fish, I mean, if we just call, then we're probably going to get a player behind us, entering the pot as well. By raising, we're going to get them to call with worse hands out of position, and we're going to be heads up versus them. A real win-win situation. Like I say, you get a really nice sign-up bonus with Winamax as well. So, playing a game like Fast Fold, or Go Fast, sorry, you're going to clear that bonus really quick. And they do like a hand challenge over on Poker VIP. The people who play the most hands win the most money. So again, something really cool there. Grind hard and make more money type thing. King Queen, pretty easy open pre-flop. Gonna go ahead and c-bet, hopefully take it down here, which we do. Some nice hands here. Versus this super short stack, I'm gonna go raise, get it in. Someone who's playing, like 15 big blinds, I'm going to expect him to have nothing a lot of the time. Bad flop for us, but he's got 3 big blinds back, so we're just going to go ahead and put it in. Hopefully he folds, but if he calls, I think we can be ahead a lot. He's dead to a 5, and we stack him there. And again, like I say, just fish everywhere. Jack Queen, good flop for us. Pretty dry, going to get a fold a lot of time there. But if we don't, we've got 2 overs. We've got running straight flush draw, and all that good stuff. Again, going to go ahead and isolate this fish. Being heads up in position with a suited ace is pretty tasty. Once this play behind us jams though, going to go ahead and fold. But please just note, this guy has literally just jammed his full stack. He hasn't thought about making it 80 cents or done anything special. He's just clicked the button of all in, which makes it super easy for us to play against. 10 Jack, I'm just going to go ahead and call. I want to check raises because my hand's so big. I want to under rep it. He can definitely have a jack here and be put off by the flush, but I think checking I just miss out on a lot of value versus worse jacks. And as you can see, we get called by Jack Deuce. And just note, I open the button and I play called with Jack Deuce of hearts from the small blind. King Jack suited, I don't see the need to 3-bet there, to be honest. Can go ahead and check call with King High just because it's going to be ahead a lot of the time. We've also got a running straight draw and backdoor flush draw. Once he double barrels though, we can just go ahead and let it go. So it seems every time you're in a pot, you start racing down the highway. Pretty interesting. I actually quite like that. It's going to keep a lot of people entertained. It's funny, when these, sort of off the beaten track sites or top secret sites show up, the software's always going to have something funky about it. It's always going to have something that's not, just simply poker. And the reason they do that is to just keep people entertained and keep them involved in the game and just basically, also try and put off pros because pros might be a bit bored of that. They don't want to see, all these races and animations. But if you are a pro, just remember, if it's putting off the pros and pros aren't playing here, then this is where we should be playing because we're going to be playing more recreational players. And again, if you're a recreational player, if pros are being put off, this means you're going to play people who are in exactly the same boat as you. They're learning the game and just getting involved. King 10 here, isolated the fish. Excuse me. few easy folds here. King Jack on the button, I'd definitely be opening if it folds to me, and the min raise will do just fine. Just going to do a little half pot C bet on both tables. Good turn for us there. Can now bet 2/3 of the pot for value. Great river because he's going to call us for 10 really quickly. Oh, he jams. That's interesting. I think about like Jack 8, Jack 9, hands like that we beat. He might have, the sad thing is there's no Jack of clubs, because I've got the Jack of clubs, so he can't have like Jack 3 of clubs, for example. So he's repping that he's got a full house, a Jack, or a straight. I honestly think it's just a call. What's happened here? Lagged a bit. I don't know what's happened. I literally have no idea what just happened. Did I fold? I clicked time bank. Maybe we had the same hand. That must have been what it was. Interesting. Let me have a look here. What just happened? Hand history. Very strange. I do apologise for that. It's either my computer or the software just bugging a little bit. Just going to set out these really quickly so I can concentrate. And again, if you set out on Go Fast tables, you're just going to be putting a little holding area. So how do we look at this? King Jack. Jack. Yeah, he had King Jack as well. That's what happened when we just split the pot. Okay, so we can sit back in. That makes sense. Yeah, like I said, I think the fold would just be a bit too weak. People will stab at the pots there. But, again, look how we played the hand. He called out a position, he floated, and then, he just jams. He's going to lose value there versus a lot. He's going to get called by better a lot. It's just not going to, be that great, jamming 5 times the pot. Put us to a tough decision, but, somewhat an easy decision once you think it through. 7's there, c-bet on a king high board, totally fine. You can play like 4 tables of each stake, I believe. So you can have 4 10 and L, 4 5 and L games up, as you're moving up the stakes. What we'll say, if you do start on Winamax, maybe go over to our forum on Poker VIP and maybe make like a blog about it. Blog your progression in these fastball games, show off your graphs, put some hands up, and basically just motivate yourself to play more. A few easy folds here. Also, whilst you're over on the forum, just check it out, get involved. There's lots of promotions there, some free stakes, talks about, staking as a whole. Or even just sign up to some more sites. If you go to the promotions part of the forum as well, promotions and poker room support, you'll see a thread I've made there of my best ways to use the Poker VIP site. Anyway, back on with the video. Ace Queen here, a 3-bet, really good flop. Ace High, Ace of Diamonds, pretty much everything we want in a hand. We get min raised, generally a sign of strength, but I'm not folding. Got pretty much the top of our range, aces, ace king, pocket 8s, and ace queen are up there. There's a flush draw, and yeah, just gonna have to go ahead and call. If he jams, he's repping a set like deuces, 8s, ace king, ace 8, or ace deuce. He sadly does have a set, but like I say, once the draw misses there, and we've got the ace of diamonds, and we've 3-bet the pot, and we're flop top. I think it's just a pretty good way and a pretty good spot to just call down. But like I said there, the min raise generally means strength. So because of that read, we could go ahead and get away from the hand and fold, but sometimes we just make the call. And if you could just leave a comment below there, actually, when you see a min raise at these micro stakes, does it scream strength? Because I know I play like 50 and 100 NL at my main stakes. And a min raise there doesn't actually mean strength to, min raises you very rarely see, but people don't just use it when they flop the nuts like that guy did as such. So it'd be really cool to see what your reads on that were, if people ever show up with the bluff there. or a worse hand than ace queen. A few easy folds here. King 9, I'm going to open the button if it folds around. Once one opens, I'm going to go ahead and ditch it. Pocket 9's under the gun. Definitely want to be opening that pot. Pretty strong hand, to say the least. And again, if you do want to sign up to here, pokervip.com/deals, go down to independent, winamax.fr, hit the big red button, and job done. Interesting spot here with 9s. We're out of position, but 9s are big enough that we're not just set mining. We don't want to fold, we don't want to go all in, so that leaves the only option as calling. And I know it's never fun to call out of position, but it's a strong hand. We're pretty deep. Well, we're deeper than 100 big blinds. So we can go ahead and mix that up. Interesting flop. We flop a gut shot, which could be bad for us. It's a generally bad board for us altogether. 2 overs, lots of draws. People can have sets and so on, so I'm just going to go ahead and let that one go. Like I said, we weren't set mining. You know, if it came like Queen 5-3, Jack 2-9, like Jack 2-4, King Deuce 3. Lots of these boards that we can just go ahead and check call on and be ahead a lot of the time. Just folding our way here down the highway. Ain't I suited in the cutoff? Definitely want to be playing this. Gonna go ahead and 3-exit. Old school style. Not a good board for us, but of course we can represent these big boards. You know, king high boards, queen high boards. We're gonna have it more than he does, so we can go ahead and just turn our hand into a bluff. Pocket 10s, blind v blind. Pretty big hand. Gonna go ahead and open. Ace Jack, he's 10x'd it, but I don't think we can fold, so I'm just going to go ahead and call in position. Great flop for us there on both tables. I'm just going to go ahead and raise and get this in. Raw flush draw pretty much speaks for itself. Pocket 10's going to go ahead and jam because he's probably just got a 9 or a flush draw. Yep. No ace or 9 over there, and we need a king or a diamond over there. Booyah, booyah. That's how you do it. Obviously that guy had ace queen. He 10x'd it pre-flop. I mean, how often do you see that? But I don't think we can just fold. I don't want to 3-bet because then he might put it all in. So we can just go ahead and peel. Even though it's just like so weird, but ace jack suited versus someone who we assume to be a fish who's, you know, nearly 10xing it on the button. Deuce is here, need to hold versus the short stack, which we do. King 10 blind v blind, we all know that's an open. An ace blind v blind, I'm going to hang around. Once one's open, though, I'm going to go ahead and fold because it's been called behind. 6-7 suited, one of those hands we all love to play, but once someone opens shoves, we've got to go ahead and fold. But like I say, again, just keep watching these games. We've got people 10xing it, we've got people going all in, you know, pre. We've got people, you know, 3-bet jamming. You know, it's just money to be made. And I know a lot of you might be thinking, yeah, but it's not real poker, or but they're going to get lucky. Well, yeah, they are going to get lucky sometimes, but trust me, over the long term, if you grind this like, you know, really hard for a month, you're going to come out on top, especially with all the bonuses that there are made available to you as well by Poker VIP. 4-5 here, I just checked my option, giving up on a board like this. And by giving up, I mean just not getting involved ever. Seems pretty pointless, just going to go ahead and check it down. Good flop for us here, ace-8 suited, flop a nut flush draw. Which I'm going to go ahead and bet here. We can get it, you know, sort of called by worse draws. We can get called by pairs and build a pot for when we hit. We can bluff people off their hand by double or triple barreling. King Queen versus none's going to open just to fold. The Queen here, Queen of Hearts, not a good turn for us. A lot of people are going to, you know, start to not fold. So I'm going to check back and hopefully hit. 4-3. Ace King suited, great flop for us here. Nut flush draw. Once someone leads, I'm going to go ahead and raise. I want to get value off their worst draws, and I want to knock them off their little hands. Once we hit the ace, I'm going to bet so small because I want one pair to call. He actually was just calling me down with ace-6 suited. Absolutely glorious. So we get a nice bit of value there on the end. I don't expect him to have an ace. I think he's got like a jack or worse. So I want to give him like huge odds to call, basically. And a lot of you might check there, but you know, if you just think about it, like, what's he got that beats us? Just bet small. If he raises, we can think about folding. But generally, they're just going to call with worse. So make sure you don't miss that value. Getting a lot of hands in. Easy to play like 1,000 hands an hour, which is obscene when you think about it. I'm going to go ahead and raise here with the Jack King and check with the deuces. Just because of the deuces out of position, once you raise, you're going to get a bit of trouble post flop. Obviously there's going to be 5 over cards a lot of the time, so just check and hope to go to showdown. King Jack, I'm sure you'd all be opening the button. Ace 8 suited, I'll definitely be opening the cutoff. King Jack, although we didn't flop, we're going to go ahead and represent it. Ace 8 suited, let's bet into our nut flush draw. Take it down. King Jack, once you get the call, I'm just going to go ahead and shut down, especially when the straight draws get there on the turn. Well, sorry, a straight would already be there, but more cards to be worried about. Jack Deuce, going to go ahead and just check fold. 8 Deuce, don't want to be involved, just giving up on that. Not even going to stab at it. I think a lot of people stab at these pots and then just get into a bit of trouble. They start leveling themselves and start to think people are playing back, but the people probably just have a decent hand. So I kind of just give up on those. Might be a leak of mine. Leave a comment below if you think it is. Lots of good folds. Ace 6 blind v blind. Definitely think about opening that. 8-5 suited on the button. I like to min raise there. 8-10 suited, maybe a little loosey goosey, but opening under gun +1. I'm going to go ahead and represent this king. I also have a gut shot. 7 gets me there. But like I say, you just represent and you're going to take it down a lot. King Queen suited, blind v blind, pretty tasty. I don't want to fold, I don't want to raise. So I'm going to go ahead and call. Good flop for us there, somewhat, because we've got a gut shot on the nut flush draw. Bad for us because there's an ace there. Just going to go ahead and peel with the King Jack. Get the 5, 6, 10, 2 diamonds. Don't have a diamond, which sucks. King Queen, just going to go ahead and call, even though I am out of position. What can you do? The thing is with King Queen as well, we could actually have the best hand. Here, I'm not too hopeful. We're getting just 2 and a bit to 1. Do we ever have the best hand? It could have like 9, 10 of hearts. Could have something like Queen 10. Could just be barreling. But we do have a heart or a 10 to give us the nuts. So I'm going to go ahead and call because of those reasons. We brick, so now I just hope he checks and we are ahead. When he goes all in though, it's a pretty easy fold. And maybe I could have played that a bit more aggressively, check raise, get it in on the flop, gonna have equity against everything. I think that might have been the better option now I think about it. But I don't mind my line of check calling anyway. Ace Queen just 3-betting for value. Pocket 9s, isolated. And the Ace Queen, I just have to bet really small on flops like this. You're gonna fold all his hands. Ace Queen under the gun, definitely opening that. And we're going to go ahead and sit out these two after these hands, call it a video. Pocket 9's going to go ahead and shut down there against 2 opponents. High chance one has, an ace or jack or maybe a big draw. Ace Queen, pretty obvious C-bet. When we flop top. Just going to go ahead and fold those 9s. So that was the Winamax.fr 5NL Go Fast games. To sign up, pokervip.com/deals. Make sure you check out the forum. Look at the coaching videos, which you're already at now. Leave some comments below. And also, if you do sign up, get in touch with us. Let us know you signed up because of a video. And we'll send you out that free t-shirt. This is John for pokervip.com.